All right, so here we're seeing some information about fractals, and some information like join our Discord channel. People are sharing a bunch of information, trying to help each other learn about fractals. This is a very, very nice and beautiful illustration of what fractal is, right? So you see it's forming everywhere. You see the similarities everywhere. You see it in the snowflakes. You see it in the leaves. Right? Again, it's not a DNA code. It's a code of nature. DNA is a subject to the code of nature. That's why it gets organized in such a way. So it's an absolutely fascinating thing, and I highly recommend watching documentaries about it and learning as much as you can. Now, this directly relates to trading, and that's why you must learn. And this is like one of the most important things that you can learn in trading. And how the universe works. It's actually quite interesting. And trading will teach you so many things. In order for you to become a profitable trader, you will have to learn so many things. You will have to change your worldview so many times. You will have to understand the concepts like, how can you be right and wrong at the same time, and surrender and fight at the same time. It's like it's a mind-bending concepts that you have to learn, but once you do, I think that's obviously transferable into your life. Those people who came to Zen type of approach and they became profitable through the very calm, very Zen approach, trading actually helped them to be a better person, and now they can cope with all these other problems that are going out there. They can cope with uncertainty and so on and so on. So I don't want to get into this too much. So let's go into actual charts. All right. So what exactly did I see by looking at the charts? And what I saw was that everything is constructed just like those snowflakes, right? Just like this. Everything's constructed out of Y and H fractals. Y and H, and it's everywhere. It's Y and H, okay? And they may look different, right? So let me try to draw it. Like you may have something that goes like this, right? You may have something that goes like this, or you may have something that goes like this. Okay, but you will have Y fractals everywhere. You'll see in a second. And same thing with H fractals. You will see them, looking pretty much the opposite of what I showed. You can see this. It might be this H fractal. It may be this, right? Or maybe like that. Okay. All right. So what I'm about to show you will change the way you look at the charts forever. You'll never look at the charts again. And then I'm going to measure things with the Fibonacci retracements, and that will blow your mind too. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. That's a big Y fractal. Okay. We have a Y fractal. Then we have H fractal within the Y fractal, right here. Boom. All right. Then we have Y fractal, and look at that. Within the Y fractal, we have H fractal. So this is the Y fractal again. There's a mini H fractal. There's a big H fractal right there. And sure enough, what we're having here, we have, oh, excuse me, we are having a Y fractal, and then another one, and then another one forming. Okay, and what is the significance of that? Then you see it everywhere. Like this is not just here. It's like Y and H fractals. Everything is consisting of these Y and H fractals, and you trade those fractals. You trade the Y and H fractals. I mean other may have like a different names for it, but I've never seen anyone call them H fractals. They have like you know, those more complex patterns like cipher patterns and so on, but everything consists, every single pattern, it will consist out of these. Like everywhere you look at this, it doesn't matter to me. Look, there was one big Y fractal right here, and then there's one H fractal with inside of it right here. Boom, right? There's a H fractal right here, you know, and there's one right here, and there's one right here. There's a mini one right here, and they're all tradable. They're very tradable. And for example, I'm gonna give you an example of how to trade this H within Y, right? So trading H within Y obviously implies that Y is not finished yet, right? But it's in the construction. So you can trade them, the big ones. You can trade the small ones. You can trade, you know, anything you want. And in addition to that, like, we are not doing much guessing. We have the oscillator indicators kind of telling us what's happening, right? So if we're trading this H fractal and we have the positive move up, you know, you choose your weapon, so to speak, when you pick your time frames, right? Because you can see that this one is kind of packed. You can put it in 1 hour time frame and start looking for the indicators indicating the move up, right? And especially the these indicators right here, right? So you have accelerator, oscillator. So this one indicated the reversal right here, and this candle, beautiful. So you go in and long right here, very short, and then sorry, the stop loss right below. And in this case, what do you expect from here? Let me show you. So to measure this H fractal, you go from here to here, right? So the H, it didn't go to -272, but it sort of ended up in the same line. So and then start moving up. So you can kind of say, okay, this is H fractal is being complete, and it's now you know, turning into a Y fractal. And at this point, you want to get in. That's what you trade right here. And then you look at the fibs. You say, all right, the first target is 1272. Boom, 1272 on the dot. All right, and what happens next, right? So now we have this weird looking, it's not quite Y fractal, but it, like, you can see that this you can still see that the sorry, you can still see that it's something like that, right? Then you have another one. You have a drop, and you have H fractal right here. I know it's a wick, but it's still like, why do we see the H fractals? That's because in Y fractals, that's because it's the sum of everybody dancing in this rhythm, right? So they couldn't just go keep up like this, because they had to, you know, wick people out. So they did it, right? So it's the result of everyone, all the parties involved in the market playing, and it leaves the signature, and that's the signature right here, right? So what we do with the H fractal within the Y fractal, again, we'll look for them. We have a complete H fractal within the Y fractal. We look at our oscillators. Where do we get the signal? So I think at this point it tells us to buy. So it's basically a candle after this Darmol, right? For example, if you were to be in a position before, like, why would you be in a position before? Well, maybe perhaps waiting for the 1618 from here, and not really interested in closing position right here, and you say like, no, I'm waiting for this one. That's mine. Maybe you're looking for the complete big Y completion. So you say, no, I want to see this line right here. So you just buy here and you forget about all these different moves, right? But let's say you don't. Let's say you play each one. In this case, like, right, if you look at the chart and then you don't understand fractals, everything would be just like it's chaos. There's no structure here, and then you don't know where to get in. But now, boom, you saw the H. All right, I know where to get in. Boom, you buy it, and then you don't have you're not getting wicked out either, because you know that you need to have a certain structure for this to you know. So for example, at this point, like let's say you're getting over here, well, it's not really an H fractal, so boom, you're gonna get stopped out. All right, let's keep going. All right, so, and sure enough, we hit on the second run on the dot, we hit 1618, right? So everything is measurable. You guys get this. You get the power of the structure and fractals. Like it's not random. It has everything is orderly. It seems like chaos, but you can see everything is like a Legos in these little fractals. And now you see the Y fractal, right? So let's say, all right, now I want to see what's going to happen with this one. So we measure it, right? So we take the H leg and the previous, you know, Y leg. And what do we get? Okay, we get 272 right here, and sure enough, boom, on the first dot, on the first run, on the dot. Second, boom, on the dot. Do you guys see that? It's and I can keep going all day. Look at this. All right, so this is also a fractal. This is also an H fractal. Okay. Right, you see that, right? There's a mini one right here. You know, you can trade that too if you want, but like it's up to you. But this is a massive one right here. And then when you saw, this is obviously the expected was that we were breaking down, but once it didn't break down. Once you saw that this H is completed, like excuse me, once you saw that this H is completed and it's reversing, it wasn't this type of H, right? So it's kind of obvious when the price breaking down, and there was a massive H, and this broke down in a smaller H. So now we're looking at a reversal. Boom, and this candle is giving us reversal, and the first green candle right here, HA kind of confirms. So you getting on this candle, the stop loss somewhere over here, and boom, you get the first move, and then you may move your stop loss where your entry is. All right, let me measure this one. Are you ready for this? Okay. All right, so this time obviously it hit the 272, and then look what happened. First run, 4092. It's on 1272 fractal, Fibonacci. Second one, 4139. Boom, we just hit it on the dot. We basically everything played out by the script. Do you guys see that? It's not a coincidence, guys. Like it's everywhere. Like I can go anywhere, and I will see H and Y fractals, and I could use the Fibonacci, and I will get exact same results. Like I could look here, you know, somewhere from before. I'll take the random one. I don't know. Let's this one. This looks kind of weird, but it's a long fractal. Oh, excuse me. Something to drawing. Right, H. Okay, completed. Now we have what do we have? We have boom, the signal to buy. H fractal is completed, and let's measure it up. That's the top of our okay, and in this case, boom, we hit eventually 3761 at 1272. Okay, like we hit this one, and then there's a smaller one. Like I mean you can just keep going like this, and these are just H fractals, and you can trade Y fractals, you know, the same way you trade H fractals. It's the same principle. It's a reverse, right? So as you can see, the H fractal right here, you see the Y fractal right here. Boom. So this is like a you know, distended Y, right? Just like this one distended H. Same way, this is also very tradable. Now we're getting another distended Y. Okay, we're getting distended Y. So what do we do here now? So this is a pretty small one, so we'll go maybe on 1 hour, and then what we'll look for the rate HA candles. We already have the indication that we're reversing, but momentum indicator is not, you know, giving us any signal yet on 1 hour. And that's what we're looking for, because this is completed our Fibonacci's on 272, 618. Everything's completed. The fractal is completed. Now we're just looking for the reversal. So it's the same thing as we traded this H fractal, right? So as soon as it just went up, we traded and we expected our targets to hit, and it did. So similar way you can do in the reverse. Let's say this Y fractal, right? So look how fast it reversed. So it was pretty fast. So that's why you zoom in 1 hour. To catch it sometimes, because sometimes it just is too fast. All right, what did 1 hour tell us? Okay, this candle was a red candle, and it was a red okay. So you could say that this was the first red candle on 1 hour, and that would have been you would have been stopped out at this one. Excuse me. And then the second one after it would be this candle, but we have momentum, and we have this accelerator flipping. This candle is where you may want to get in. And what is our target if we trade this Y fractal? Well, just like we measured our H, we measure our Y, not from the longer leg, but from the shorter leg. We're ignoring this one because obviously this is a weak tail. So from the H, from the first H leg, the first Y leg. Boom. And what do we have here? We have a retracement to 618, and then the second one all the way to 236, but we may use it 382, right, as a target. So there, so we have first hit on 618 retracement on the first hit, and then 382 on the second hit. Boom, our fractal trade has been completed in target 1, target 2. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now it almost always has an effect, right? So it doesn't always work, but whenever you lose, for example, let's say you traded this fractal and you expected something out of this, right? So you measure H right here, and first target and the second target, right? But let's say it doesn't hit that. Let's say it hits the once it starts going up. What you can do is you can move to a break even. right? So you move to break even. As soon as you have a parabolic move, you move to break even if you're expecting some sort of like a bigger move. So that's kind of minimizes your losses from this. So a lot of times when you're trading these H's, you will have the effect, right? It's gonna go up. But then that's it. Probably it's the time to move your stop loss to this, and if you're expecting some sort of like a bigger move. This way you just break even. Boom, you're wrong, but you break even. That's where you can be wrong, but lose almost nothing or nothing or very little. Okay. All right, this gone way too long, more than I expected, but hope guys you see that it is everywhere. You can look at any time frame and any time, you know, you can go back to the previous bear market. You can do whatever you want. You'll see this everywhere. Okay, and then you may see them in the bear market one way and in the bull market the other way, but it's everywhere. Start looking at charts through these blocks. All right, the prices consist of these blocks, and they're very measurable, they're very predictable, and it just works like a clockwork if you get it right. And if you get it wrong, you lose a little or you break even. Okay, so hopefully that will help you. I'm trying to sort of incorporate this into a trading system. My type of trading system is not much TA. It's not much TA. It's like all I need is fractals, Fibonacci retracements, everything that's to do with the code of the universe, you know, and like even these, right? I don't see many people using the momentum and accelerator indicators, but this is just as like physics, right? So something that moves one direction, it accelerates in one direction, but when it slows down, what does it do? It accelerates the opposite direction. The price may keep going up, but it's already slowing down. So accelerator is telling you that, hey, it's slowing down. So again, it's just physics. It's you just trying to understand the laws of the nature, and the market is a natural phenomenon. It's not man-made, right? So just like you can measure the leaves and you'll see exact same ratios on the leaves, same thing in the price. Okay, in the price action is because it's as a result, it's a natural phenomenon of all people playing the market. It will always work, like a clockwork. All right, so guys, if you got some value out of this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or join the Discord channel. Let me know what you think about this, and yeah, if you really like this video, share it with others, and hopefully that will help you. And